Hey, I am the Bonsai Hoarder. This is my first video, so please bear with me. I am totally new to the whole YouTube thing, but I just started a blog that would be bonsaihoarder.blogspot.com, and it is all about my bonsai experiences. So today I am going to repot what I'm pretty sure is a Kingsville Boxwood bonsai. It's basically mall bonsai. I bought it at Walmart, which I know is a huge no-no, but it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful tree. And, okay, really, check it out. For that, whoops, where is it? For that price, that's a great starter plant. So, I'm pretty excited. I do have some others, but we're going to do videos on them later, because I got to get this guy out of this cheap plastic pot. So, I've done a lot of reading, and the first thing that I read was that this is the wrong kind of moss, so it has to come out. And I like to just keep a container handy to try to, put all the stuff that comes out of the tree in, because that way I don't funky up my surfaces or anything crazy like that. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to rake off all the little dead leaves. Bye-bye, dead leaves. And then these rocks are actually glued on, and that's not cool either, because while they are there to keep moisture in, that glue is toxic and probably not good for your tree either. So you'll have to pull those up, and they're usually in a mat like this, which is really, really unhealthy. So all that has to go. So that's coming out. Now I can see the actual soil that the bonsai is planted in, and the little bit of healthy moss around the edges. So we have to get the tree out of the pot. And the best way to do this is to pull firmly on the trunk, but I actually feel the roots getting distressed, so that may not be the best idea. But that's what the books say. So instead, I'm going to kind of wiggle it and hold it upside down and hope I can sort of wedge it out. Ah, and there it comes. So this is actually the root ball of the tree, and all the rest of this dirt, which is actually decent dirt, I'm surprised. Everything I've read indicates that the dirt in these trees is terrible. All the rest of this can be gotten out. I like to use a plastic fork. It's gentler than a trowel for your smaller trees, and it allows you to get into smaller spaces as well. So I'm getting the dirt out of the pot here. Because I may want to use this pot for something else, but not for this particular tree. It's a plastic pot. That's not really good for bonsai at all. It's not going to drain properly. It doesn't appear to have any holes or drain space. It's just not cool at all. They have to be able to drain. So then now I'm going to move it into a proper pot. This one's really nice. It's actually an immersion pot. So this part is porous, and it absorbs the water that's poured into this part. So then it doesn't need drainage holes, because it's actually going to suck the moisture up right through the pot, which I love. So then we're going to come back to our little tree, and I'm going to just gently comb off any dead foliage. There's a little bit on there. I have been advised not to water my trees for a couple of days once I get ready to move them, so this hasn't been watered for a minute either. And I'm just going to gently and carefully comb out the roots. These roots, it has a lot of nice feeder roots, and I don't want to damage those. At the same time, I also don't want it to be all knotted up. Plus, I have some excessive dirt here, and I'm afraid it's going to actually cause my trunk to rot, and I don't want that to happen either. So, oh, and it's got vermiculite in it, which is never a good plan. Oh, you know what? That's not even vermiculite. That's some kind of bug eggs. So I'm really glad I got in here, because this plant has some kind of unhappy infestation. So as you can see, I'm just carefully knocking away the excessive dirt, removing the bug eggs, whatever those might be. trying to be careful about that because I really don't want to damage my emerging root system here. Just carefully removing all of this excess. I read somewhere that a lot of these trees are mass grown in Israel and China, and so that's why they're not necessarily receiving like the best individual bonsai care. I don't know if that's true or not, but it was an interesting read. So now I'm down to the root ball, and I was hoping that this trunk would have a little spread and we could develop some nabari, but it looks like maybe this tree is actually too young for that, so that's not going to work. This is an informal upright, and in the spring I'll do a video of, you know, like pruning and wiring and shaping and all that good stuff, but this tree is not even close to ready for that. And then some people also like root prune, but I'm not going to be doing that this close to winter either, because I don't know how this tree has been treated, and I don't want to kill it. That would make me super sad.